A year ago, I was coming home from work at a grocery store. My nails painted aqua with a glittery coat on top of it, like a clear glitter coat on top of it, and a band-aid around one of my fingers to do this little project that me and some shy walls were doing to show solidarity for 5 members. And I kind of symbolized, that's the word, the finger with the band-aid on it. It was a middle finger, actually. And maybe ironically, maybe not, I kind of had it as a symbol for Jinky. I used that hangnail situation for that, not knowing that my pinky was about to get cut off, figuratively. And I wake up that next morning. It's really the 18th here in the States. It's already the 19th in Korea. The damage is done. The call has been made. The text from all of my friends had been sent at around 6:30 my time, wondering, are you okay? You heard what happened, right? I, at the time, was really into Tumblr and Instagram a year ago. A year ago, I was following a Yubin fan page. Yubin used to be in the Wonder Girls. And this fan page had posted a picture of Yubin and Jonghyun. And the caption was something like, "You will always be remembered." I was confused with the caption. That was the first thing I saw that morning. Like, first off, my phone blown up. And what was there to remember? It hadn't really clicked. Until the Jonghyun fan page I was following on Tumblr, they had notification. It was a notification from them, and then other shiny fan pages on Tumblr had reblogged that same post. I'm literally like, oh Lord, what is this about? Because I think the beginning was like, I'm sorry to inform you. I'm like, what was going on? So I go immediately to the source of it. And paraphrasing here, the post said, sorry to inform you that Jonghyun has passed away. I could not believe it, obviously. Which I believe is the first stage of grief. And I was just like, what? Why? What? Literally, who, what, when, where, and why? I had managed, by the grace of God and God's covering mercy, to sleep through everything that was going on, which is a blessing, and if I think too long on it, a curse, because there's still a part of me that wishes I was able to do something. I know I'm not alone on that. And from that point on, it was a moment in my life where things really started to change. The course of my life was not going to be as it used to be. And you would think, never really knew him as a person. Like, you just knew him from the fan standpoint. And yet he still had this much of an impact on you. It's wild, to say the least. And so he was my ultimate bias too. Like, my ultimate bias of all of K-pop. And that started the roller coaster of just, what is life? Like, not how people say it in a meme way, in a reaction to something crazy or whatever. Literally, what is my life? What was I doing here? How was I living my life? It made me super conscious of what I was doing and whether I was supposed to be doing it. That this wasn't the only thing that did that for me, but it was one of those huge things that did that for me. And I was okay with my emotions prior to that day. As in, I didn't have that many depressive thoughts. I was very consumed with work, so if it was any sad thoughts, it was most likely related to just getting bogged down with work, taking a toll on my body because we had to stand up and move a lot. And for someone out of shape, that was not working. And also just some situations at work. So if I was sad, that was probably the main thing. And when the Jinky scandal happened, I was more angry than anything. Ironically, from when it happened, which was another thing I slept through when the news came out, to when Jonghyun passed, I was kind of just like angry at how things were going, but I was still willing to support. And it's been a year. I no longer work at that grocery store. I've practically took on music full time. Almost inadvertently, but also I decided to. Yeah, like, it was just kind of slow process starting, and then, I've been blessed with a number of gigs. And I feel like what I had said a year ago is coming back into its fruition, which was, I will live for Jonghyun. And I don't mean just for him, but a lot of the things I do, if I think about it, it'll be to keep him alive in some way, even if I'm not playing his stuff. Which is why I decided to do what you just heard. I love Miyane, and a year later I feel that I'm sorry I couldn't be in a position in life where I would have been at least a beacon of light in his life. But I can be a beacon of light in other people's lives. And that's what I'm gonna do. Shine my light. I love you and I miss you, Jonghyun.